Welcome everyone. So today we have the part 2 of natural light and we're gonna dive deep into modifiers and how to manipulate the natural light. So this is like a little bit more advanced technique compared to our part 1, and let's just like right now dive in. So as you all know, without great lighting there can be no great photograph. So this is like one of the things that you have to understand, because light is one of the main things in photography, and you might like have the most beautiful and delicious dish in the world for food photography, but if you don't have the great light, then it might not look as good as it would with your pure eyes. So for photography, you definitely need to have a great lighting. So as we before we said, like you can use like a window light and everything, but sometimes it's like not enough, and there's like not enough light. So what you can do is that you can manipulate the light. And these ones are one of the basics that you need to know. For example, white, gray, blue, and dark boards. And these ones you just put next to your dish, and they just reflect on the food. For example, you have a light background, you just put like a white card or whiteboard next to the dish, and then it reflects the whole light to the food as well. We have another session on modifiers, so definitely check out that video course. But here we just focus on the basics. And then what you can also think about is the surroundings in your room. For example, I had like a black couch in my studio room, and then I was like mostly shooting like light photography. And then I didn't understand why is the light so weird in general. And then the other time I had like a green shirt, and that green shirt in general reflect the light on the food, and it gave like a super weird reflection to the food, and it changed like the color balance in general. So definitely, even like you don't have to go fancy, but in general, like think about what you're wearing on your photography. So try to wear neutral clothes as well, or you might have like some kind of weird like neon ball in the room that reflects to the food as well. So definitely be like super careful with these ones, and then you can easily make your food photography better with some small techniques. For example, here I wanted to create like a dark mood on the photo. So what I did was that I just used different dark boards next to the food to reflect light and everything. And it was also like a pretty dark day in general. So I was in luck here, and I didn't have like direct sunlight or something like that. But with those like black boards, I definitely managed to create this photo and managed to create way better light on the photo. And then, for example, you can also use like this kind of whiteboards or white paper, or something that reflects on the food as well. And then you get like a super nice reflection, and it brightens up the photo like big times. And then another thing you have to always think about is that where do you put your subject, or like the dish in general, the food, during your photo shoot. So what you have here is different kinds of lights. So you can have front light, you can have backlight, you can have side light. And the open sky, it's like obviously if you're shooting outdoors. And then always think about the direction of light. So if you're outdoors, then you have to think like, when is the sun moving, and how is it moving, and where is it coming from? So in general, you have to think about these ones. Like my personal favorite, when it's like a soft light or like a soft box, like cloudy day, then I usually use side light. And this is like the thing that I like. Stand next to the window. Window light is coming from the side on the dish, and this one creates like a super soft look on the food in general, and the food itself can shine, and the light doesn't take away all the attention. And this one is like, as I was telling you, it's like a big softwalk as in the studio setting. So this is like the easiest thing how you can use natural light. So just use the side light. And if you want to have it even more softer, then you can have like those board next to you that reflect even more, and you don't get like weird shadows. But on the other hand, when the light comes from the window, from the side, and goes on the food, then you on the other side you will get like super nice shadows. So it depends on what's the mood, what's the scene, like what kind of thing you want. Then definitely think about like these little things. So as I was telling you before, like I had a huge window light here coming from the side, and here I had some little things that were like reflecting the light even more to create the dark, moody look. And the result, like this was the behind the scene, and the result was like this. And then another option that you can have is backlight. So with backlight, it's like, I would say, it's like sometimes you have to be careful because the backlight in general is like super powerful. So it depends on what kind of direction do you want to go with your creative style. Like, do you need the food to shine, or do you want like the light to shine? So these are like those little things, but in general, with backlight, the light is coming from behind the subject and can produce a beautiful glow around, or even on even the light flare. So this is one of the things that is super a creative thing and creative tool that you can use. And I have seen some beautiful photos with backlight. But again, like you have to just like make the decision here, like which kind of light source and which kind of light position in general is the best one. And then when the light is hitting the food from the back, then sometimes it creates the most flattering, soft and dreamy shadow tones in general. So this is like something like super dreamy and magical in general. And then, for example, here I had the backlight, like the window was obviously behind the subject, and then it created that dreamy look here. And in general, like I was telling you before, it's super important that you have good lighting, because in the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good your food is, it might still look bad because of the bad lighting. So definitely like consider like these ones if the light is good or not, because it's like in the end of the day you need like a good lighting to make sure that the food in general can shine. Thank you for watching. I hope it was useful, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.